primitive man with an obsessive nature and deep fascination for numbers. And a complete infatuation with the calculation of pi. Oh, we love, he does love his numbers. And they run it in a great big circle. In a circle of infinity.
So I'm going to have to make sure to edit that first part out for the people watching after the fact. Hello, I'm Andy. Welcome to Get Gaming. In my excitement to start the stream a minute early, I forgot to turn the microphone on. So that's fun. It should be good now, Hannah, right? You just let me know, and I will just continue speaking things that are... Oh, okay, good. Sound check. It's doing so good. So good. Yeah. So we're back on the little Zoom mic. He's a tiny little thing. Look at him. But this is a really good field recorder, and I found it actually works pretty good for this space for cutting out sound that's happening in the rest of the apartment. Hopefully. I think last stream people might have heard a lot of Rich snoring. I'm not sure. I haven't listened to the whole thing. But yes, we're doing more Ada Lovelace, Legacy of the Analytical Engine. And I was just saying, it's wonderful that we have Hannah, our resident woman in STEM here, because we're going to start to get into some pseudo-cognitive science territory. Apparently, some Mr. X... Well, what was it the Singaporeans said to us in the last chapter about something at the conclusion? They were like telling us something kind of juicy, and it might have been a little bit of a hint. No, it was at the beginning of the chapter. They said it to us what they were working on. Their little like data towers here. It was about their exhibit. So their exhibit... It's all related to the latest advances in data encoding and transmission. What was it they said to us? It must have been on there. But basically something about someone was studying mathematics, effect on the mind, or something like that. Thank you, Hannah. I couldn't do it without you guys. You and Tim are the true MVPs. That's all I have to say. Supporting our lowly little neck of the woods on the YouTubes. But anyway, my whole point is to say, I don't want to get too spoiler-tastic because I've read the end of the campaign, but there's going to be things going on with brains. That's all. So, let us not forget this time. I'm going to go to the other Zoom. To put in our special shape at the beginning. I forgot to do that last time, and like that could have been really helpful. I still barely squeaked in on the score for the last time, so I got, a couple of stars, but I'd like to get 3 instead of 2. Then also, don't forget, during this chapter, whenever I complete a room, immediately place 1 wild shape. Well, not just this chapter. This is ongoing, obviously. And I have all this. That's nice. That's nice. And also for our evidence, we're doing pretty good on the shapes. But what I thought I'd do, and I wanted to wait till stream to do this, just so you guys kind of know where my mind's at with this. I know for a fact, at least I vaguely recall for a fact, that these shapes are going to determine how well we do for the campaign as a whole. So we're trying to complete as many of them as possible. So I wanted to circle the ones we've completed, just so we can kind of keep a tally here. These are it's sort of like the macro polynomial puzzle within the greater polynomial campaign. Yes, Hannah, this is all print and play. You do have to, this one is not free, like the original one is completely free. This one is $5 on itch. I think I have a link in the description if you want to check it out. He has a lot of other print and play games too. Like he has like a whole big archive of them that this designer has done. And I haven't checked anything beyond the Ada Lovelace, but I do need to check out some of the other ones because I absolutely love this one. It's like my favorite print and play. I think it might be my favorite polynomial game, actually. I absolutely love it. And I love having the campaign. Basically, it changes some of the mechanics slightly as far as the abilities, but it's basically like playing with a bunch of different maps, which is really fun. So you can think of it like, there's a story attached, but it's really like a map pack. Because most of the basic puzzle stays the same. Actually, I shouldn't say that all the same basic puzzle stays the same, because that last one, for anyone that watched the last one, it was really wild. But if you're watching this after the fact, guys, by the way, make sure to go check out the first 2 installments of this if you're doing the play along. Hopefully it will be helpful to you. And I think doing this Zoom will be a little bit better for being able to see the map a little bit better as well. So let us not forget to do the shape at the beginning. And let us also not forget that when I complete a room, I immediately get to place one of these wild shapes in the center. Yeah, $5, super cheap for a roll and write. Generally, like a lot of the Kickstarter roll and writes are like 10 or 15 bucks. So, you know, totally reasonable. And I think, you know, each installment's taking about 30 to 40 minutes. So it's about like 6 hours of gameplay. That's not bad. So my friend James always says, he thinks, you know, if he gets at least, he thinks he should get like, you know, like an hour of gameplay for $5 seems reasonable to him. And I'm like, well, you know, a lot of board games give you more than that when you think about it. So today we are headed to the Americas, good old US of A, Midwest specifically. So we are going to be going to the Chicago Institute of Chicanery. How delightful. And as always, I'm going to just go over the map a little bit. I'm not going to assume that you can actually read this. At least you can see kind of the rooms a little bit better today. I adjusted my lighting a little bit. Okay, welcome to the Windy City. It is indeed called the Windy City, so Robin got that part right. We're no strangers here to vice and the occasional bit of theft, but this was wholly unexpected. Ada, you have but a few hours to get to the bottom of things. Oh, you betcha. It's a little bit more Minnesota than Illinois, but fold this sheet along the dotted line A and B to form a map that is 13 squares wide and looks like the diagram to the right. What? We're folding things? This is new. Oh, also, I should get my scissors before I forget. So, Hannah, if you do this print and play, just beware. You need scissors and glue. I'm using Mod Podge because I don't have, like, real glue. But, you know, and this is getting a little verklempt, as you can see. But that's all part of the journey. So, keep my scissors handy. And now he wants me to fold things, as well as cut and glue things. So, you know, there's a little assembly required, crafting action. Okay, but he says fold this line back, fold this line inwards. So it needs to be 13 squares wide and looks like the diagram to the right. Well, oh, I see what he wants me to do. Maybe. Well, let's try. I'll fold along this dotted line. So then he wants this line, fold this line back over, fold this line inwards. I mean, it's supposed to be like this, I think is what he means, right? Well, we'll just count across and see if we did it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's what he meant. Okay, cool. Wasn't too hard to figure out. That's going to kind of be like that a little bit. Boop. Boop. We're just going to... Oh, I don't want to be a shadow, though. It's going to bug me if it's not laying at least a little bit flat. Okay, well, that's a thing that we're doing. So, let's see what our abilities here. Has anything changed? So I need to get this crowbar, and I have to pay 3 consecutive dice in order to unfold the museum and enter its secret areas to get underneath the crease. Was that creepy enough for you, Hannah? You don't really have to be crafty, though. If you watch the other one, you're going to see me when I cut this out with the Mod Podge and stuff. It is not neat at all, which doesn't really matter that much. You know, as long as you're good with scissors, you should be fine. So these down here, oh, I like we're getting a little pilgrim hat. We're getting a little, the little thematic icons are very cute. So immediately place 2 wild shapes in the same room that the evidence was found. Oh, so it has to be within the same evidence. So if I pay for it later and I already filled that room, I'm SOL, I guess. Immediately place 4 shapes from the middle of the shape wheel. Well, that's just the wild shapes, right? How is that different? Oh, yeah. So these are my wilds again. He's just using slightly different language. I'm not the biggest fan of, but okay. Oh, there's a saxophone. Yep, Chicago. I mean, you know, New Orleans is going to fight you for who's the real, you know, city of jazz. Maybe Kansas City, too. Personally, I'm a big fan of Kansas City jazz, but I mean, New Orleans is the real birthplace of jazz. Let's be real. Immediately shade 9 squares in the builder's halls. That's this one here. 9? That's a lot. That's good. These points are somewhat low, 7 and 6. I imagine maybe the secret areas are worth more points. So we're probably going to want to get that done as early as possible, I'm thinking. Immediately shade 9 squares in Union Hall, which is this one. So these seem... Now I am really glad I listened to Tim and got the square shape, because I think this is going to be really useful for this one. Then lastly, immediately move up to 3 dice from the use pile to reserve pile. Oh, we got that ability back. It's just down here now instead of at the top. Cool, cool. Evidence is 2 points again. We want to get this unfolded, probably ASAP. And then which bits of evidence are we like, we definitely want to get them so that we can complete these shapes. Well, I definitely want my trowel and the scythe. I see the trowel there. The scythe must be in this secret area. So again, we want to get that done. Oh, cool. Yeah, my godson's playing the sax, and I've known many a sax player. Many a sax player. So I want the trowel. The scythe is hiding so that we can complete this shape. We're not going to be able to complete this one, so boo. We could still complete this one, so we want to get that filing cabinet. That must also be in the secret area. I see the perfume bottle. That will be good to get, I think. We want to get the fan. That's also in the secret area, apparently. We need this jar of... It's honey. I see a little bee on it. A lot of these are in the secret area. Okay. So, and then we have that hat and the sax. Both the hat and the sax are in the secret area. Everything we want is in the secret area. So, okay. Let's not waste too much more time. Get my dice going into my reserve. And then, again, you roll 2 dice at a time. And you're either using them to pick a shape from this dice wheel. So you can pick a shape on either side of the dice. Or we're using them to pay for these abilities. And as we completely surround the items, we'll be able to unlock them and circle them here. But then we still have to pay dice in order to actually use the abilities. And so some of them are immediate. I think all of these are immediate. I don't see any checkboxes. So yeah, that's how that will work. And then at the end of the chapter, we'll look at the conclusion and see what stars we earned, and we'll mark off our evidence, and then we'll hopefully get something new to cut out and glue over here. So, first things first, actually, before I forget again, at the start of each chapter, you may place this shape, which is the 3 on top of the 2. So, because I want to get the crowbar surrounded, we are going to put that shape here. I'm just kind of rotating a little bit. Again, with these shapes, you can rotate them any way you want. You can also flip them or mirror them as long as you use every part of the shape. You can, finagle it however you need. So we're rolling 2 die. That's my 4 and 4. So where to use these? So, I mean, I don't have any abilities unlocked yet, so I'm just placing shapes to start. So this would be really good here, and we could get started on building the shape. Maybe I'll do one of them here and one of them there, and then we can completely surround it on our first turn, which would be good. Oh, by the way, there's 5 rounds. We have 6 dice, so there's 6 actions per round, unless we unlock these abilities, which will let us then move 3 used dice over to the reserve pile again. So that will give us 9 actions in that round when we manage to do that, which is always nice to have. We didn't have that in the last one, or I think the one before. Did we have it in the one before that? I can't remember. But anyway. So yeah, I'm going to use these 2. I'm going to use this twice because I have the 2 die to work on surrounding our crowbar here. And that's good. I kind of dipped into a couple different rooms right at the start, so that's always good. So now we've completely surrounded it. And again, just as a reminder, we can't go over these dark lines, but you can go through these dotted lines because those are like the doorways. Pay attention to that. And this one, I don't think it's going to affect us as much, but in the last couple, sometimes we had to kind of do the labyrinth kind of thing. This one, we don't have to worry about it so much. But just an FYI for those of you who are tuning into this game for the first time. So we unlock that. So now we got to pay 3 consecutive dice. So that's like a straight. So like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Now we don't have to do it all at once, obviously, because we only have 2 die per turn. There is, I don't know if this one has the ability where you can reroll another die. Oh, also, I want to complete rooms as quickly as possible because then I get to place wild shapes, my other special ongoing ability. So there's that. So I've moved my 2 dice to use pile. Now it's time to roll 2 more. You'll see this goes very quick. 6 and 4. We place our 6 there, or 4 there. Now, just to finish what I was saying before, for this, you don't have to do them all at once, so you can do them kind of one at a time. But, once you put one in, you're kind of locking in what it's going to be, so you just have to think carefully about that. I'm pondering using the 6 and putting it here and starting, because I want to unlock this as early as possible. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and say we're going to do 6, and then we just need a 5 and a 4. In fact, I could just put the 4 here now and do the 5, but I could get one of these if I surrounded one of these puppies like pretty soon. That's going to be something to think about. Immediately move up to 3 die. Do I just want to unfold? If I could get us unfolded by the beginning of the second round, that would be nice. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I think that's going to be a good strategy. So I basically use both of these for that. Woo! 5 and 2. 5 and 2. So, I should just use the 5 and unfold the map. We're doing it. We're doing it here. Differently queer. Okay. Ooh, but now it's going to be a little, just a little, but that was cute. A little unlockable area. There you go. Okay, so we have Capone's stash now. The underpass. Cute. And the VIP bar. Oh, well, there's our little speakeasy. Cool. Oh, and there's Prohibition Hall over here, by the way. I didn't read all these. Fixer's Gallery. We need a fixer. Windy Court, Union Hall. Union Station is a real place in Chicago. Okay. Cool. Oh, and there's the sax. What's the sax get us? Oh, wild shapes. This map is pretty big, so I don't know. I hope we can complete enough rooms. I don't want to neglect that either. So with this too, I'm thinking I want to get started on one of these that'll let us move up to 3 dice from the pile. Help extend our game a little bit down the road. So we need to get... probably start working on the paintbrush and get Prohibition Hall. Like, this shape would be good for that, I think. So I'm going to use that one, I think. Yeah. And that's the end of the first round. Okay. 3 o'clock is over. It's on to 4 o'clock. So then you just slide your dice over to the reserve again. We are going to keep going. 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Well, it's not the one I need there. Boo. This would be good. I think this one would be good here, though. You know, just work on getting this completed as soon as possible. And you don't have to build this out adjacently. You can, like, you know, work on in different rooms at the same time. That's perfectly fine. So I'm thinking of putting the square somewhere else. I'd like to get some wild shapes. And immediately shade in 9 squares. How about on the underpass? If you complete this whole underpass, that's 9 points. And the file one here, but you obviously you can't go over this dark line here. That's the only thing you have to think about with those. So why don't we use one of the squares then? Yeah, 2 squares will fill that out. That'll be good. Okay, but we need to get this brush surrounded so that then we can pay for it, because we'll need 2 die equaling 11 and 12 in order to use that ability. So we should probably get on it. 5 and 6. Because time is always oh so short when we're investigating. I mean, you know. Which shape? Oh, I can use this one to surround it. Cool. Cool. So now we can circle our paintbrush. We have to pay die value equaling 11 or 12 in order to unlock it. I could just use my 5 now and hope I get a 6 on the next roll. Or I could use this box just to work on the underpass. I mean, working on the underpass feels like a very Midwestern thing to do. Very East Coast. Oh, cool. Mazel tov to you and your boyfriend. Cool. That's awesome. Who else was I talking to who was planning on getting a place soon? Oh, it was Jamila and her boyfriend. Quite excited. Not we might move to Stockholm, Sweden. Well, there you go. Fancy, fancy. Work on your Swedish. I think I am going to use the box. Why not? Pourquoi pas? Yeah, the new year always brings, you know, exciting changes. Exciting changes in your life. Another box. I want to get the wild shapes. There's that 5. Again. What would be good to fill this out? So I could do another box here on the underpass, but then I need a wild shape there. And these are the things that let me unlock wild shapes. Maybe we need to start working on the saxophone but if I completely surround this, I'll get the wild shape. I need. So like, none of these shapes are going to be good there, I think. What about over here? I could use this shape here. I'm close there, but I have like the one little hole. So I need one of my wild shapes for that. So I got to get one of these. Surrounded, I think, for sure. What seems good in the hood? There's that jar. Here's the jar. Could double dip a little bit. This also lets me immediately place 2 wild shapes. So why don't we put a box here? It's touching both of them. So that might be a good plan. I want to unlock this so I can move 3 dice over. That's going to be important in the second half of the game. Ooh. I hate when the first 2 rounds always go so fast, and then you're like, wait, the clock is ticking. I only have so much time to get this stuff done in. Ugh. 6 and 1. I'm getting a lot of 6s. Here, we're just going to commit one of these 6s to this, guys. That's what's happening. And then the 1, these shapes might be a little more helpful to me towards getting this stuff surrounded. Like this one here. On that sax. You still have to pay for it, too. Use the ability. So that's the thing. I have the feeling our trip to Chicago is going to be pretty short. 2 and 2, even. This would be great if I had one of those things. Or any of these, like, you need 2 the same. These need 2 the same. So it would have been cool if I'd unlocked one already. I could pay for it. But, alas, alack is me. Well, let's just get this saxophone going. And use a shape there. We could use the other 2 to put that there. But I need to get that paid for too. Should I use a shape somewhere else? Perhaps to get another one of those, or the hat surrounded. I think I definitely want to get this and this done. Unlocking these would be good to get these done. So I probably should start, not wait too long to get on those. So why don't we use this shape there? Should just try to kind of get started on them if I can. 2 and 5. Okay. What? Well, I think I want the 5 now because I'm nervous about time, and we'll use it to pay for the paintbrush. So that means I can move 3 die into there. Cool. Makes me feel a little bit better. I would like to get the perfume surrounded and do that too, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Because we got other fish to fry. Which shapes? I definitely want the trowel and the scythe, I said. So those need to start getting surrounded, I think. So I'm going to use maybe this shape here. Be nice to fill up Capone's stash too. Yeah, I think that'll be a really good place for that shape. I got a little extra time, so I think that extra time, you know, you never know what's the best way to use it. More die. 5 and 3. 5 and 3. So for 5 here, ooh, I could do that and get that trowel surrounded. Or, where's my scythe? start working on my scythe. I feel like unlocking another piece of evidence right now is smart. I also like the idea of trying to surround this a little bit more. I'd like to also unlock some wild shapes, but I think, yeah, surrounding this sounds like a good idea. So I'm going to use this shape for that. Now, this one, I'm probably going to use a shape. I'm not going to use it towards paying for something because I need an even numbered die to unlock the trowel. I would need an odd one if I unlock this guy. So maybe I want to go in here and unlock him. You think? I do think. Let's just do something like that. Because if I unlock him or pay for him, I do have an odd number die. I could just pay for him and do him now and shade in 9 squares in the Builder's Hall, sorry. That sounds good to me. Yes, Hannah. So yeah, you just have to print out the file, get some scissors and some glue, and you're pretty much ready to go. You have to provide your own die, obviously. And so, but you get these like Sagrada die for like $6.99 on Amazon. I'm not sure if German Amazon has them too, but they're pretty cheap. And nice die, I think. I use these in all my print and plays. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna use the 3 to pay for this. I think that's what I'm gonna do, yeah. And fill in 9. So fill in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how about 8? And how about 9? Then if I get a box and then a shape like that, that'll be easy to complete. Cool. And then if you have 1 die left, obviously you're only using 1 die. That happens from time to time. So I think we're going to be placing a shape. What else do I need to get surrounded up in this chick? These guys down here, I think. Oh, this as well. This as well. Well, I said I wanted to get the scythe. The perfume would be good to start working on, I think. Because I can use this shape there and easily surround that. And then get that thing where I can bump 3 die again. So I think that was a fruitful 3rd round. I'm still not sure. There's still more I would like to get done in this penultimate round. Oh, we hadn't read her little bits of evidence. Ada is always offering very lovely clues here in her notebook. Okay, the legend of the Windy City is true. I am chilled to the bones. It's that wind chill is going to get you because they're right on the lakes. Lake country. What's hidden in here? Okay. Well, yeah, we revealed it. Prohibition? Something tells me people will find a way around such rules. Yes, Ada. My analytical engine may replace thinkers, but builders are here to stay. Indeed. I guess I think it's just about surrounding the evidence. I think we've seen in this campaign so far, it's really all about just surrounding all the evidence. And if you can fill up as many rooms as possible, that's great. But the thresholds are not as high. Yeah, as far as print and plays, Hannah, what obviously something like this, you don't have to figure out how to fab your own cards. It's just like the maps, and you just use the dice and stuff. So I do like that. It makes it a little bit easier. As far as fabbing cards, though, what I do is I just get the blank playing cards, and I will print the cards out on regular paper, and I will just take a sleeve. I'll put the blank card in the sleeve, and I just put the print paper cut out into that, and it actually makes decent cards. You know, if you don't have a heavy duty printer that can print on cardstock, that's generally kind of the way to go. But it's, to get a slightly more crafty with things with a pair of scissors. um, did I roll? I think I did. 5 and 1. So, we want to surround evidence. Let's surround this little perfume bottle. Unless I have something I could use for... I do keep on rolling ones. Should we commit on the saxophone and get some ones? Not quite sure yet. I'm going to use this box here to surround the perfume bottle. Yes, that is fully surrounded. So to pay 2 dice equaling 2 or 3. So I'm just going to use this one to get started on the perfume bottle. So we can extend maybe this round or the next one. Yeah, Hannah, another great roll and write to check out. I haven't actually played it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I do have files for that one. Is Aquamarine. It's a nice little aquatic theme. It's a similar kind of vibe in some ways to this. I also have files for Sunshine City, which is another roll and write I need to check out. Maybe I'll do it for Solitary Sunday. That'll be good motivation to actually finally get them properly printed and learned, because those are 2 that I want to do in full color. This one you don't need to do in color, by the way. I just like looking at it better in color, but it works totally fine if you have a black and white printer and you're trying to save on ink. So that's a plus for this particular one. So we surrounded that 1, 5, 6. They could use the 6 immediately shaded 9 squares in Union. Oh, this one was supposed to be for Builders Hall. Whoops. Okay, this is a slight retcon. Not really. I'm using the 6 to pay for this. I was supposed to add those here. But, yeah, I was supposed to add this one here. This one, I would be adding it here to Union Hall. But, so we're just backtracking a little bit. It's fine. It all worked out in the end. So I'm just going to fill in 9 in here is what's happening, basically. So, how about 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just go 8, 9. So yeah, I'll totally be able to complete both of those. So I'm not worried about necessarily completing rooms. I'm worried about surrounding all this evidence. So let us get on that. And I need a 2 or another 1 here. So that's the thing. I could just use a square, really get going on completing that. Might not be such a bad idea, but I do really want to make sure I complete Union Hall. Okay, I need to unlock this on this next roll. So I need a 1 or 2. Yeah, I can message you on Discord. I backed both the Kickstarters. I believe they are both available on the publisher's websites, but I'll have to look and see where they are at. I can't, I will send you some info. We want to... Well, I'm just going to use this to complete Union. Well, that's the one I need for this. Oh, it's been 1 and a 2. That's exactly what I needed. let's use the 2 to pay for that. So I can use that shape to complete Union Hall. So now I can move up to 3 dice from my discard pile. Woo! Couldn't come at a better time. Before I go into the last round, I want to feel good about it. So now I can use the 1. I could use that to complete. Or the saxophone. I want to pay for the saxophone. I keep on rolling 1. So if I put a 1 here, I'm bound out of my next 6 rolls to get a 1, yeah? Or 9 rolls, I should say, because I just moved the 3 dice. So I have 9 die values left to use in the game. Unless I somehow unlock this, but I very much doubt that's going to happen. Or should I just complete Union Hall? I need to get these unlocked. This has been... You know what? I'm going to use this shape here. I want to get that one surrounded. That's what I think about all that. Okay, well, maybe what I really need to roll is some doubles. 2 and 4. Jinx myself. But I think I should just... Well, let's do this shape here. We are just going to get that one surrounded. And maybe I should just throw this 4 on one of these. Because I don't want to wait until last round and I have 6 die rolls left to unlock these. It's not going to be a good scene. So let's put the 4 there. Let's see what we roll here. If it was a 4, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? 1. I'm rolling a lot of 1s. Should I just put a 1 here? And just prep them for the final round? That feels like a good idea. Now, before we go into this final round, I just want to double check on my thing here. Which ones did I say I absolutely need? I got the trowel. I need the scythe. I haven't even started on that. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to happen now. I said I wanted the crowbar. Well, I got that one. The brush, I got, so that, oh, that's a shape I can't even complete. Maybe I need to focus on getting that scythe. I got this one, so that one will be good. I did get the perfume. Don't think, oh, I want to get the fan. Realistically, I want to get all of them. But if that's not going to happen, well, let's see what happens. Two and 4. Well, you know what? That 4 is getting used here. So I can immediately place 4 shapes. So, where do I absolutely need these 4 shapes? Well, 1 is going to go here. So I completed my Prohibition Hall. Where's another one going to go? I don't know what's going to happen here. Maybe I should use them to try to surround things. Like that scythe, maybe? That would let me immediately place 2 wild shapes. In the room where I found it, though. What about this hat, maybe? Get that surrounded. I don't know if I should be using wild shapes to fill in potential awkward holes, but that's not as big of an issue this time around. I'll just put one here. Then if I get this shape, I can just fill that in. I have 2 more. Maybe we should just try to surround the mayonnaise and the hat. Try to surround the scythe. Maybe. Let's put 1 around the mayonnaise. We'll do a little free for like that. And why don't we try to put 1 maybe around the scythe like this. Why not? Why not? And I have this one. Oh, I use both of those to extend. So I'm not going to get any extras. So maybe I should just fill. Yeah, let's use the shape here and just get that mayonnaise. So I want to unlock these in probably my last rolls. Maybe that's what I should focus on. 4 and 1. 4 and 1. I've been rolling so many ones. Oh, I could do that here to do 4 more wild shapes. I think that's what we should do. Just pay for that one. So 4 more wild shapes. We could get this surrounded. And get the scythe. Or put that in a 4. Hope we roll a 4 to play. Oh, well, let me do my 4 wild shapes first before I start thinking about all that. So I think one of the wild shapes we should use is I don't think we're going to complete Capone's stash, so why don't we just put I want to get this surrounded too. Why don't we do 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's another one. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we got our side. So actually, I think we are going to get all the bits of evidence. Wow. I didn't think that was going to happen. And I still have this 4. I almost took it away. And I could use this to really work on helping me surround this. Or I could do it here to kind of prep and hope I get another 4 in my last roll. That feels a little dicier. But if I'm able to unlock that, then I can just do the wild shapes I need. And if I roll 5 or 6, I'm going to get that. I think I should just, I could use the 4 now just to play 2 more wild shapes instead of 4. That would be a little safer. Decisions. I hate when it gets down to the last 2 die. Or like the last 2 rolls. And you're like, I do think let's prime the pump a little bit and get the 4 shapes is better than 2. And this one, it would only be in the same place. That would help me to complete this hall. But already I complete this and the underpass and the Prohibition Hall. That's 6 + 7 + 7, 14, 20. That's not a bad score for rooms. So I'm thinking, it's a little riskier, but I think it's a risk worth taking. 1 and 1. Oh, I should have put 1 there. I should have done the other thing. But you can't retcon when you're doing pen. So that's that. Boo. Can't get either of those. That's not fun. Okay, we are going to retcon it slightly, and I don't care. We're going to say that I used the 4 here, and I'm using the 1s here. Screw it. It's the end of the game. Don't tell Robin. So then I'm just going to place the 2 wild shapes in the same room as here. So I'm just going to go like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whatever. It's whatever. Now I can place 4 wild shapes from the middle of the shape. This is our wild shapes. Anywhere. Oh, do I want to use the 2 ones to do that though? Or do I want to use them just for the shapes? Would the 4 shapes from the middle actually help me in much? Well, help me complete this, get more points, or surround that, get 1 more bit of evidence. So I'm just checking my character sheet real quick. Is that one I'm going to want? It is kind of one for a shape that goes a little bit deeper. So I'm wondering if using shapes to surround this is more what I want to do. Or do I want to use the ones for the wild shape, which may or may not give me as much coverage? Nope, I think I'm just going to surround the bit of evidence. So just ignore all that. Just assume I used the 4 to the last round, and we're going to take these 2 shapes because this one's going to go here so I can complete my builder's hall. And then, oh, this still isn't going to let me surround that in either case. So, oh well, I can do this other one and complete Union Hall. Perf. That works. Okay. That is the end of that chapter. So, oh, and I wasn't marking off my rounds. I'm bad about that sometimes. Okay, well, that went okay. I still was a little nervous about it, and I got all my evidence except 1. I fought for a minute there. I might be able to get them all, but oh well. Jesus wept. So I have 7, that's 14. Plus 6 is 20 for my prohibition hall. Plus 9 is 29. Actually, I did really good on my room scoring. So I didn't need to be worried about that necessarily. Then my evidence, I get 2 points for each piece of evidence I discovered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. And I don't get any extra points. Oh, there was no special scoring on any of this stuff. So 49, which is a kind of average. So I did okay, but not great. So let us go to our conclusion. This is always the fun part in this campaign. Okay, conclusion. It's a shame a dame like you had to cut your visit to the Windy City so short. They're not Southern. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to do an accent here. Oh my God. Chicago. Chicago could use a mind like yours and a machine like your analytical engine. You say it can outthink the average human. We're used to thinking on our toes out in these parts. So now they are kind of sounding like cowboys. Like, if you ever met someone from Chicago, they definitely don't say in these parts. But anyway, look, you probably saw some strange things here. A few things not 100% on the straight and narrow, if you catch my drift. I do catch your drift because we're in the Windy City. Oh, you meant drift, not draft. But we needed your help. So how about one of these to make things square? So I guess he's trying to do like the whole 20s mobsters thing. I'm not sure what's... Oh, I guess because of the time period, right? This is supposed to be the 1800s, by the way. You may cut out piece 3A or 3B and stick it over a shape on your wheel. Probably this one. This one is always the one that seems less useful to me. Oh, this is like a little zigzag. Interesting. I already have this to place at the beginning automatically, so I'm not sure if that's really what I want. But, oh, by the way, a letter came for you this morning. Oh, so I didn't get like the little... Sometimes you get the, if you discovered this or filled this room, can get this extra thing. They're just saying, nah, just take whatever you want. We're American. We're like super not stingy, you know. Refer to your character sheet. Da, 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 da. What did I get? I got 40 to 49. Gain 1 star. Oh, I was just 1 away from getting 2 stars. Boo. I feel like I'm not doing that great at this whole star thing, you know? But at any rate, let's fill out our evidence that we got. So, I got my trowel. I did get the scythe. I got everything but the fan. So I didn't get that. Boo. I did get those other stuff, though. Did I complete anything? Oh, I didn't finish circling the things like I said I was going to for my completed things. To show us kind of our running tally here of things that we have completed. And then I got this one. And I got this one. And I've now completed this one. That's fun. This one I could complete next time. Okay, cool. I'm doing pretty good. Out of the shapes that I could have completed so far, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't get 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 out of 4. Well, that's still not... Sorry, 7 out of 11. That's how math works. 7 out of 11, which is like a solid C. Not quite a B, but, you know. I don't know. We'll see when we get to the end of the campaign now, won't we? Okay, so there's all that. So let's decide what we're going to be cutting and gluing out and all that. I guess we just have to decide between the 2 shapes. But let's read some more flavor text, actually, because we have this little telegram thing here. This letter. Oh, it's from Mr. X. Oh my god, I'm going to have to read this in like a super salty voice. To my nemesis, Ada Lovelace. I jest, of course. It is I, the one the newspapers are calling Mr. X. A strange nom de plume that I find ill-suited. But names are tricky things, and there is power in them. X causes terror, and that, at least, is a useful tool. I'm sure that by now you're piecing together the disparate parts of my crimes. A volume on ciphers here, a treatise on the mind there, and some insights into your very own analytical engine. Does it drive you mad that I might have a sinister use for your own invention, Lovelace? If you thought Chicago was intolerably cold, you'll hate what's next. I had to seek out some components from a doomsday collection in Svalbard. Did you know the sun doesn't rise there at all during the winter months? These very months. Oh, we're in winter. Okay, so yeah. So if you move to Stockholm, though. Oh, I think the south of Sweden and Norway, they do actually get regular winter sun in the winter. I think it's in the north that they have winters where there's like no day. Ada, are you really going to continue this pursuit? Chief among this letter's purposes is a warning. You are too far behind me, and my work and this chase of yours is only causing you distress. It is but sound and fury, and signifies nothing. Go back to your studies. Return to spend your days working under Babbage. Oh, salty, she's saying. You just go back to getting under a man, you stupid slut. I'm like, oh no, you did, and I'm gonna catch that bitch. Okay, so which shape do we want? What seems more useful? Now this, don't want to expose you to the next map just yet, but just to compare what would have been useful here. Oh, I didn't do the thing. When you complete a room, you immediately place 1 wild shape. I was not doing that. Oops. See, I knew I was going to forget it. Well, I completed these 2 rooms at the end, so let's just say I put a wild shape here. Then when I completed that one, I put another wild shape there. And when I completed those 2, I put 2 more wild shapes here. It got me 13 more points. So let's just change that score to 62. Shh, Hannah. Oh, cool, 3 stars. I got 2 more stars. I never said I was a role model. Anyway, I'm leaning towards this one. Little zigzaggy thing, you know? Like, you could go like... How'd that go? Boop, 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 boop. Just, you know, hug the corners. I'm gonna go for 3B. I'm just gonna be wild. I'm gonna take a chance. Take a chance on me. Because why not? Yeah, I like the legacy elements he has because it does very much feel like, you know, depending on the choices that you make definitely affect how you're able to do things. So that's nice. These abilities aren't as variable, but you know, it's fine. We're doing some cutting. These are kitchen scissors, by the way, Hannah, so just in case you were impressed by my craftiness, don't be. So to be very careful about such things. And I'm just going to do, I tried to do the little snip, snip around and be really fancy with my cutting, but I think I'm just going to do a little fold, fold. And do it that way. And we'll see how that works out for me. They'll probably be actually a little neater looking. Let's see. So, which shape we want to cover up? We could cover up this one. I think that would be better than the other one. A lot easier to kind of flip. So, let's do that. That is what is transpiring. Sorry, I'm like so stuffed up in one nostril. I need to just blow my nose like the Germans do. It's just not to say Americans don't blow their nose, but we're notorious nose wipers. So there's all that. That was a very salty letter. But that makes sense because things are about to get spicy. Well, let me just tuck this away. Oh, you're getting a peek at the next map. It's coming soon, but not yet. Okay, time to get my Mod Podge out. Okay, so, we're about an hour in. That took me a little longer than normal. I think on that one. I think this will be more like a 2-hour stream. But I learned my lesson from last time I tried to put a shape on here. I just tried to Mod Podge it over, and it was too much. I need to do the back first, I realized. Get a little there. Try to be not too heavy-handed about it. Boop. Boop, boop. There we go. Just to kind of seal it over. And this dries very quickly, which is what I love about Mod Podge. Little glossy gloss. This is the gloss Mod Podge, by the way, not the regular Mod Podge, which is part of why it dries so quickly. It's still a little tacky, but not in a bad way. I'm going to go rinse this off real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, oh, but I've got to try my hand so I don't get the paper even wetter than it already is. So, wow, this wheel is already like very different from the original, so that's fun. Do you like my little my festive Christmas dolls? Totes festive. It's still Hanukkah right now. But Rich has just been super stressed about Christmas presents, so that's about par for the course. It was kind of nice last year because Hanukkah overlapped with Christmas, so it didn't feel like I was having to fit in like a whole extra holiday in the month, but you know, he's super about Christmas. I'm not so much about Christmas. I'm a little bit more about Hanukkah, but you know, just because it's a little latkes, menorahs, and you don't have to give gifts. You don't have to give gifts. A lot of American Jews do give gifts on Hanukkah, but you know, it's just because you know their kids are whining at them. They don't want to have them feel left out because you know the Goy kids are all getting gifts and they aren't. But it's usually that's a personal decision. Like people that get a Hanukkah bush, I'm like, okay, no, unless you set it on fire. But that would be more of a Passover thing. Okay, see, not so hard to do that. You don't have to be that crafty, Hannah, for this. Okay, we are on to the next chapter, chapter 6. We're going to Scandinavia. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, I was going to put this away because I said I don't like how it looks just being in the background the whole time. So we'll put our investigative folder off to the side for now. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I got this backwards. Sorry. Okay. I hope it's not too brightly reflective. It's looking really brightly reflective, but oh well, we're in Scandinavia, so par for the course. I put these lights a little further away, so you can kind of see what's going on, maybe. We'll just take them down a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. So, what is next? Svalbard Avant-Garde Artifact Yard. I just love that. So I like these halls, the different halls of the Artifact Yard. This is a museum, I guess. Things to fight over. Trinket samples all up in here. Collection lobby. Funeral rites. Explosives. And last but not least, guns. Wow, these are some rough and tumble Scandinavians. So, a ray of sunshine on this cold day, Miss Lovelace. You know, I liked how the Singaporeans called me Madam. I like being called Madam Lovelace, but everyone's just calling me Miss and reminding me that Babbage still hasn't popped the question, so whatever. Oh, Charlie. Welcome to Svalbard. As you know, we are home to a variety of doomsday collections designed to survive any apocalyptic events and provide the tools for a new form of humanity to rise from the ashes. What? Of course, looking outside right now, you would think we're in the middle of one such event. Terrible weather, isn't it? So yes, Mr. X made us his latest victims this week by stealing some data drives, but we haven't yet reported the crime to the authorities. That's why I'm so surprised to see you here. I I love Scandinavians. This is like so Scandinavian. Oh, like oh, it is fun. Oh, by the way, yes, we're getting ready for the apocalypse, but so we didn't think to call the cops. Like, um, dual colored areas count for both relevant areas. Notice that you don't have much time on Svalbard. Your pilot has arranged to fly back and collect you in 3 hours. Oh wow, this is gonna be short. Only 3 rounds. Okay, well, what kind of new civilization needs explosives and guns? Oh, Ad is a pacifist, a woman after my own heart. When all is said and done with Mr. X, I should like to find out who bankrolled this so-called collection. Right? It strikes me as odd that Mr. X didn't take this little nuclear bomb here. Interesting. This is the collection lobby. Oh, and a mortar and pestle. That'll be helpful. So what does that mean? Shaded areas count for both? Oh, okay. I see. There's a little bit of overlap. How do I fill this out? Because I guess I just fill it out. It doesn't need to be connected. Doesn't say anything about that, no, does he? Okay, what are these abilities? Gain 5 points at the end of the level. So we want to get that. That's like one of those gun things where you go, those things. They're like on a tripod. The chest, so we want to surround that. We want to surround the guns. Immediately place 2 wild shapes. That's helpful. Gain 2 opportunities to re-roll unused dice. Use the checkboxes to keep track. Also gain 3 points at the end of the level. Oh, so that's back, the whole re-rolling thing. Interesting. Immediately place the shape. Well, I already have the box. I don't need that. It's not going to be useful to me, really. Okay, but what pieces of evidence do we for sure want to cover? Well, I definitely want to get that atomic bomb. And whatever this is. What is that? Here, explosives. Oh, I think it's a powder keg. Okay. I want to get those guns for sure. There's a barrel. Oh, get a barrel. Well, let's just try to get all the evidence. That's the thing. I'm not going to get this one with the cross. So I don't really care about getting the cross. So that's one I can just kind of ignore. Not feel too nervous about it. Okay, well, let's just get into it. We only have 3 rounds to do this in. That's not a lot of time. But we'll do our best. So, we will be getting out of here before 3. 3 and 2. Oh, and before I forget, I need to place my beginning shape, which is that 3 and that 2. Well, this would be a good place to do it, I think, because we want to get that surrounded for sure. And this is the room that's worth the most points other than the collection lobby, so we're going to get that. These little trapezoidal areas are very interesting. And every time I complete a room, I get to place a wild shape. I need to not forget my abilities. Okay. So, first shape, why don't we do I have anything that lets me get wild? These let me get the wild shapes, right? So, let's just go ahead and do one of those. Actually, this would completely surround that, right? Okay, so just pretend I didn't X out that part. Okay, I don't have any white out. So we'll say I use that for that. And then, where would the other one go? Where it would be good? Thinking over here by the guns. Because why not? I think I should just focus on surrounding all the evidence, 3 and 3. Oh, but we got this. Gain 5 points at the end of the level. Surrounding guns would be good. Getting wild shapes would be good. So why don't we try to surround this buddy? This buddy right here. Do one of those. And why don't I just do one of these? Surrounded him. Watch as I get through this in like 15 minutes. This one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 4 and 6. We got to pay for some stuff, right? So I want to make sure I get that going. This one, I need 2 that equal 7. I also want to get this gun surrounded, so I'm going to use this shape for that. So just to pay for those before the end so I get those points for sure. And this one I need something that equals 7. I could use the 4. Just start double dipping on that. I only have 3 rounds for this, so I think, and I'm going to ignore like paying for these. I want to unlock them to get the points, but I'm not necessarily going to use them. And I don't even need to worry about this one, so I'm probably going to think about surrounding that one. Things to fight over. Well, I want to get this guy surrounded, so why don't I use this shape? There. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about that as a first round of 3. Just need to maximize, you know. 4 and 3. So why don't we... I could just pay for this and place 2 wild shapes. Maybe to fill in here. Complete that. I'm just going to do it. And I will do a wild shape there. And why don't I do the other wild shape here? And that'll be completed. Cool. We're already like almost halfway through this level. That's crazy. 4 and 3. So what else would I say I need to get this one completely surrounded so I could place more wild shapes maybe before the end. That'd be good. And this 4, I don't really need the rerolls, but I do want this oil tank to complete that one shape. So we probably want to get that one surrounded. So I'll use this box for such purposes. Oh my god, it's like a speed run. 5 and 1. Now, before going into the last round, I want to make sure I'm going to be able to pay for both of these. I could use the 1 on one of them. And I should be able to get a 2 sometime in the last round. Maybe? I think I should do that. I'll do 1 here. I'll use that for that. Or do I want to use it for the shape? Would that help me? Anywhere? I don't think I'm going to do great in the room scoring, getting these done. Not there. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Boop, 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 boop. And I could fill in things to fight for. Or should I just make sure I'm going to get those points at the end? I think I should just make sure I'm getting those points at the end. Now, I could try to use this to surround something. That mortar and pestle seem like it's going to be good. It is. So I should try to get that surrounded. So why don't we just, you know, put it like, we'll double dip a little bit. Just because, I don't know. I don't know. That might have been a waste, but whatever. 4 and 3. Well, I could use it to do this and immediately place some wild shapes. I think I will do that. So 2 wild shapes. We want to get this surrounded, I think, for sure. I don't know that, or should I use it to try to complete this area here? Am I going to need that meat? Ooh, that meat would be good to surround. Why don't I try to surround the meat? And I will try to get this thing surrounded too, so I can get all the evidence surrounded that I want. I still got to pay for those ones that give me 5. I don't know if I'm going to do well on this one or not. 5 and 1. Well, I'm going to use the 1 so I can at least get one of those 5s. Maybe I should do the 5. Oh, those have to be consecutive. Not the same. I need a 2 there. Well, then I am going to use these to try to fill some stuff in. Okay, how about... we want to get the meat surrounded. How about... oh, and I want to get this surrounded too. Maybe something like this here. And this one, we could do something like that. Just to make sure we get stuff surrounded. Okay, last 2 to roll. Oh my god, this has only been 10 minutes. 5, 6, and 2. 6 and 2. Okay, so what do we want to do? Well, I know I want to use the 2, so I get those 5 points at the end of the level. I doubt I'm going to be able to do much more than that. And so then 6, I need to get either completed on one of these, or I'm not gonna, maybe I just need to try to surround one more thing. But is it gonna be, it's not gonna be enough to get the meat. Boo. So much for that. At least I got my barrel. Which one was the meat? Oh, the meat would have been important. Do I need the 5? Otherwise, I'm probably not going to get very good points. These gave me 5. This gets me 3 if I paid for it, but it's not going to be a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be 10 plus 8 plus 4. It's not going to be very good no matter what. And I feel like for filling out the macro puzzle with the evidence, I think I should prioritize that. So oh, was that not a 1? It was a 2. I rolled over to a 1. So yeah, because I need to at least get... oh, I don't know if that's going to help me at all. I'm trying to use that too. And this one too. No, I could use the 6 here. And that'll get the meat surrounded. And I can use this over here to get that surrounded. So I got all the evidence except the cross, which is kind of my goal. I don't know that I'm going to score so great, but such is life. when you're on the hunt for Mr. X. So the total for my rooms, the only rooms I completed, I got the guns for 4. And my trinket samples for 8. So that's only 12. Boom. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14 for my evidence. I didn't get the 5 for these. Or the 3 for those. So that's only 26. Oh, that's so low. But I only had 3 rounds to do it in. So hopefully the Scandinavians will take pity on me. It's pretty brutal out here in the Arctic. Or subarctic. But I wanted to get my evidence for all this action. It was kind of my priority. I wasn't even marking this off. That was 3 rounds, and I did it in under 15 minutes. That's crazy. Well, anyway, I got all but the cross, so I'm feeling good about that. Right? I got everything except the cross. Yeah, that was the point of that. And that allowed me to complete this little polynomial shape. And make sure I got my start on this one, which goes in deep. The reason about that, I was nervous. I need to get these because this one, especially with the meat, it touches down towards the bottom. So I have a feeling that that's going to be important at the end. But I guess we'll find out. Again, we'll find out. That's what I'm prioritizing during this run of the campaign. Is getting as many of these shapes as possible. So, see a little closer. I'm sort of, circling them as we go. So, yeah, that was the only one I completed for this one, right? Yeah. Then, so I just realized something. This is chapter 6. Oh, that's for chapter 8. Does that include the next chapter? So, that one was so quick. I wasn't expecting that one to be quite so quick. So, I'm wondering... I don't think we're going to go to the next one, but let me actually peek at what we have coming up and make a quick decision real quick. We still have to do the conclusion, though. So maybe that will determine some things. We have... Oh, no, we have 2 more before we get to the final chapter. So, yeah, that will be all for today. But let us decide what we're going to be doing here. Let's see what we got. That was not the best scoring. Well, we still gained 1 star from it. We squeaked in at 26 for gaining a star. You know what I just realized? I wasn't placing my free wild shapes from this ability. Hopefully I'll remember next time. Hopefully by next time I will remember to do that. But when I completed this, I should have done a special shape. I only completed 2. So I don't know that would even... Would that have helped me complete another room? Probably not. Might have changed a few of my decisions, but... that would have been nice if it did. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's going to change any outcomes. But let me not forget about this ability next time. Jeez. So bad. So bad. Okay. Feel that refreshing breeze. Your visit was indeed unexpected, but thank you nonetheless. Our collections are vital to the health of a future humanity and cannot be at risk of theft. If a thermonuclear war obliterates the planet, our successors will need the tools and know-how to exact a devastating retaliation. Okay. I hope your investigations allowed you to narrow down Mr. X's next steps. How many rooms did you finish searching? About that. Only 2. She said, unfortunately, no more than 3. which is often the bare minimum, and I didn't even meet that. Such a shame. Well, you were short on time. You may cut out piece 4A and stick it to your shape wheel. If I had gotten 4 rooms or more, I would have gotten this ability, which when you fully activate an ability, you may gain a shape from the middle of the wheel. So I would have got even more wild shapes to forget about. So it's probably best. And this would have just been, this is the same as this shape I got last time. Are you for real? I should just cover over the same shape. What a waste. That was pointless. What was the point of that? Like, what? Okay, I guess I just did really bad on that one. So, probably because I was Russian. And you know the Swedes hate the Russians. Most tenacious Ada, I'll see you in Delhi. X. So I guess we're going to India. I'm not even going to bother putting it on. Because it's already there. Like, don't be dumb. Well, next time we're going to India. We'll go to our regular scene. Next time we're going to India. So that will be fun. So that'll be chapters 7 and 8. And then on Sunday, we have the final chapter, which is a twofer. It's a 2-part one. We're actually going to be working on 2 maps side by side. So that'll be fun. And so today was supposed to be the Creature Comfort stream, but we'll be doing that one tomorrow with Rich. And then I'll be back at this one on, I think I'm going to do Friday. It's the plan right now. It was fun doing this 3 days in a row, though. So I'm like really tempted just to like finish the whole thing before Sunday and just do Ada Lovelace Saves Christmas on Sunday. But, you know, that's fine. We'll try to be patient. I'll try to be patient. So we can get a stream with Rich in this week. So yeah, look for that tomorrow. We'll be skipping Thursday and I'll be back on Friday and then on Sunday. And then we're going to be doing, next week will be our Gingerbread House stream, which is a Phil Walker Harding game. Very fun. That one should be cute. And so then on Christmas Eve, I'll be doing my Ada Lovelace stream. That'll be very late on Christmas, I think, for you, Hannah. For people on the East Coast are the ones that are definitely probably going to miss it because it'll be like probably right in the middle of festivities. But for people that are on the West Coast, I'll be doing it in the early afternoon, the same time. And obviously, you know, you can always go and watch that kind of stuff after the fact. So it's good. We got a nice 1.5-hour stream. It's a nice shorter one. I really like this one, like, a lot. And this is, I think, you know, one that I would definitely play for the whole campaign again and do a few things differently. Which is nice. All you have to do is reprint it out and you're good to go. So that is just perfect for a legacy game. And, yeah, I need to check out some more of his other games too, I think. So yeah, Ada Lovelace. I wish I'd done a little bit better in the apocalyptic Arctic, but hopefully it won't come back to bite me too hard at the end. Oh, did I get my star from that? That one? I don't know if Hannah's still there. I can tell me. Did I get my star? I was supposed to get a star, right? What was my score? It was 26, which means I should have gained a star. I don't think I took it. Well, time will tell. People after the fact will tell me whether I cheated on that one or not. But yeah, so out of 24 stars so far, we're slightly over halfway. I've gotten 10, which doesn't feel great. I'm worried I'm not doing so well on the stars, but you know, I think it totally, this is kind of designed like you can totally go for the whole story again, and it's fine. I mean, yeah, some of the, ooh, this is cute. This is a new progression of the story. It's kind of cute, but it's not like, you know, super huge reveal. Well, we haven't gotten to the super huge reveal yet. I've already read for the whole thing, but but it's been a while since I did, so. But the identity of Mr. X is quite a spoiler. So I'm trying really hard not to drop any hints about it. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 1, and then Friday at 1, and then Sunday at 1. This is a big streaming week. I'm doing a big push for the end of the year. Lots of content. Still trying to get our next challenge video up. I'm just having the DaVinci learning curve. I'm learning a whole new editing software, and I just like need to push through, because, you know, as I say, with learning new things, the first cut is the deepest, baby, I know. So yeah. Well, thank you for everyone that tuned in, and this is End the Stream Counter 1, by the way. I think Hannah's already fallen asleep or something. That's fine. So I'm gonna get going on with the rest of my day. I have to start prepping for dinner. We're going to a board game night tonight, which is hosted by one of the designers we met at RageCon. His name's Jake Van Sluten, I think. And so we're very excited to do that, because we haven't gone to like a new board game night in quite a while. So it'll be interesting to see how that one is. They do it every second Tuesday. It's out in Rockland, which is a little bit of a huff, but I think worth it. So I will let you guys know how it is. I'll probably make its way into some kind of vlog. I'll try to take some footage while we're there. Would be nice. So, okay. And the stream counter too. I'm going to our holding screen now.